Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, endurance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, endurance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, endurance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, endurance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit.
Shalawam, shalawam, sisters. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. As you come in, please hit this like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let others know that we are here and we are live. Come on in. please drop a comment in the comment box and let me know that you are here. Let me know that you are here. Come on in. If you haven't already done so, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be reminded whenever we go live. Come on in. I know, we missed last week, and oh my goodness, getting back into the routine can be daunting, can't it? But we are back, and I can't wait to see you all. Come on in, let me know that you are here. But before we go any further, let me first start by doing what we do every single Sunday when we come on here. What is the first thing that we do? We give a huge shout out, a praise to the Almighty, AHAYAH, ASHAR, AHAYAH. I am that I am, the God of the Hebrews and the Shebrews, in the name of his Son, YASHAYA HaMashiach, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, and RAWACH QADASH, the Holy Spirit. So I thank you all for coming. I give a huge praise to the Almighty for bringing us back together another, well, I would say Sunday, but once again, it's already past sundown, so now we're into the next day. We're into day number 2 of this week. So it is so good to see you all. Come on in. I'm your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, and I humbly thank you for joining me on this broadcast tonight. Yes, welcome back, sisters. Welcome back to we are in the second day of the week already. So talk to me, how was your last couple of weeks? Because we weren't here last week, so, there's a lot I know that went on in those 2 weeks. And I know for myself, this has been a busy last couple of weeks, but it is so good to be back. It is amazing to be back. And I just praise the Most High for life, for bringing us back another week. It's good to be back after taking some much needed time off, a well-deserved rest break last week. But it is so good to be back and to be here with you all. So before moving forward in this discussion, I must first make these disclaimers, get all of these things out of the way so that we can jump right into tonight's topic. So let me start by saying tea time with Shebrew royalty is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. We understand. We don't expect it to be. But if you happen upon this channel and you realize that we're just not your cup of tea, and you don't believe in our lifestyles, you don't agree with our lifestyle, that's okay too. What I encourage you to do is continue to search YouTube until you find your perfect cup of tea and your perfect flavor, because you owe that to yourself. What I do ask is that you not leave any derogatory statements in the comment box, because that would be distasteful. We would really appreciate that, and we thank you in advance. Sister Adana, welcome. So good to see you. Shalawam, it's so good to see you. All praises to the Most High. We are back. Also, although I am a licensed physician assistant and certified functional nutrition informed professional, and I will be touching on topics of health and wellness on my broadcasts, we will not be utilizing this platform to diagnose or treat anyone's illnesses. If you are experiencing any medical problems, please consult your healthcare practitioner. And the views that you will hear on this channel are the views of myself or my guests, and not those of any particular church or organization. Some videos and materials may feature foods, herbal teas, nutritional supplements, and skin or hair care products offered through Shebrew Royalty, LLC. These products are not evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Results may vary, and individuals with allergies, underlying health conditions, or who are pregnant or nursing should consult a qualified health professional before using any product or adopting any wellness recommendation shared on this platform or the Shebrew Royalty LLC website. By watching this channel, you acknowledge and agree that you do so at your own risk. The creators, guests, and affiliates of this channel are not liable for any injury, loss, or damage allegedly arising from any information, suggestions, or practices shared here. Excuse me, I got this tickle in my throat suddenly. Give me just a second. So I apologize for that. Wow, just suddenly I got this tickle in my throat. Anyhow, let's move on. So let's talk about our featured products. So every week, those of you that have been here on a regular basis know that we feature a product from our Shebrew Royalty Temple Treasures or Hebrew Royalty product lines every time we come together. And we have so many incredible all organic products. Sometimes it's so difficult to choose. So what we do is every time we come together on the second day of the week, I feature one of those products. So tonight I am featuring a product from our Temple Treasures collection. Temple Treasures collection. So if you're not familiar with the product line, let's talk about the product line. Let me start by saying your skin is your temple. You are to honor and treasure it with the luxury it deserves. Temple Treasures is a handcrafted, all-natural skincare line inspired by ancient traditional beauty practices and designed for the modern queen. Infused with powerful botanicals, rare essential oils, and nutrient-rich ingredients. Our products nourish, restore, and elevate your glow. From the radiant facial scrubs to indulgent bath soaks, each formula is a sacred self-care experience because true beauty isn't just skin deep, it's a reflection of the divine within. So I want you to experience Temple Treasures. This is where skincare meets ancient tradition. Hi, sis. Hi, Althea, my sister. And we have CC 2189. Who is CC 2189? Shalawam, sis. So good to see you. Sister Habkarad, messages are not showing here again. This is so bizarre. She went through that whole thing 2 weeks ago where her messages were not showing up. I don't know what's going on. Trust me, tell her that we have not blocked her. We did not put her in timeout, so I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on. So, what are you waiting for? Begin your skincare journey to outer radiance and beauty now. So, let's talk about our featured product of the night. And I am going to just pull it up on the screen here. Give me just a second. Sister Paula is here. Always good to see you, she says. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. Shalawam. Let me get this up on the screen for you all to see what our featured product is tonight. Let's see. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Here is our featured product of the night, Royal Glow Facial Scrub. And the Royal Glow Facial Scrub is the acne-prone or sensitive skin formula. And the purpose of this Royal Glow Facial Scrub is to help combat breakouts. So if you suffer from acne breakouts, this is the scrub for you. It helps to combat the breakouts while keeping the skin hydrated, bright, and balanced. The key benefits are gentle exfoliation, hydration, and like I said, helps to combat breakouts. It also detoxifies and purifies the skin. So let's talk a bit about, let me get rid of this right here. Here we go. Here are the key ingredients and their benefits. Let's start with the aloe vera gel. The aloe vera gel soothes irritation and provides lightweight hydration. Then there's vegetable glycerin, which retains moisture without clogging the pores. That's important. Turmeric powder reduces inflammation and acne scars. Moringa powder is rich in antioxidants to protect the skin. White willow bark powder is a natural source of salicylic acid that unclogs the pores. I don't know if you've heard, well, I'm sure you've heard of aspirin. Aspirin is made from salicylic acid. And so this is a natural source of salicylic acid, the white willow bark powder. Neem oil is a potent antibacterial oil that fights breakouts. Black seed oil helps heal acne and reduce inflammation. Baobab oil is lightweight. It's rich in vitamin C for healing and glow. And the essential oil, tea tree essential oil, which is an antimicrobial, and it helps to control breakouts. So this is our featured product of the night, the Royal Glow Facial Scrub. And let's see if you can see what it looks like here. Let's see if we can zoom in. It looks like a little paste, and it's a dark color there because of the moringa and the turmeric. Yes. Amazing, amazing product. So if you are dealing with any acne issues and you have sensitive skin, this is the product for you, sisters, or anyone that you know that may benefit from this product. Con, sis, you have the Melanin Majesty. Sister Adana, you have the Melanin Majesty, the one that's for normal skin, not the sensitive skin formula. You said you haven't used it yet. You just got, yes, you got it last week. So I was chomping at the bit, waiting to hear if you've used it yet and what you think about it. Yes, I always want to hear about your experiences with the products. So as soon as you do, I want to hear about it. I want to hear what you think about it. So sisters, let's talk tea. Let us talk about tea, because this is Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. And, you know, that's what we do here. We sip tea. I wasn't breastfed. Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay, so let's talk tea, sisters. I was just trying to understand what that post meant by Joa Neto. Okay, let's talk about tea. So, sisters, talk to me. What is your cup of tea tonight? Before I introduce my cup of tea tonight, let me first introduce you to Shebrew Royalty Royalties collection. The Royalties collection. As we're doing this, just drop a comment in the comment box and let me know what you're sipping on tonight. You know, I'm always interested to find out what you're having. So let's talk about Shebrew Royalties collection. Let's go back here and let's go to the royalties. Let's go to the royalties. So our royalties are a collection of organic loose leaf teas that are designed to promote inner healing and vitality. We believe that tea is more than a drink. It's a celebration of wellness, a moment of restoration, and a sacred connection to nature. Our handcrafted all organic teas are intentionally blended using ancient herbal wisdom to nourish the body, calm the mind, and uplift the spirit. Whether you're seeking balance, energy, or deep relaxation, every sip is designed to support your well-being from the inside out. Experience the power of nature in every cup or glass, because true royalty starts with self-care. So the interesting thing about tonight, I am going to actually close this out because guess what? My tea of the night is not on the website. I will be having chai shortly. All right, Sister Anna. That sounds delicious. I love chai tea. My tea of choice tonight is actually not a tea per se. It's more of a latte. It's a latte. My tea tonight is a latte. And it is not on the website because it is a brand new concoction that I put together. And as a matter of fact, this brand new concoction was created just today. Just today. And I am actually having my very first cup with you all tonight. This is my very first cup. And so my new concoction, and it's so different from all of my other teas because I mentioned earlier that my teas are loose leaf teas. Well, this is totally different. This is my Royal Rose and Spice Latte. So if you are a latte person, you are going to love this. Sister Adana, just like your chai tea. Oh my goodness. This Royal Rose and Spice Latte is delicious. It really is. It's my newest concoction today. So let's talk about Royal Rose and Spice Latte. Because like I said, I don't have a picture on the website yet. I wanted to taste it. I wanted to try it out before I, put it on the website. And I'm loving it. And this is actually not a loose leaf tea. So let's talk about it. Royal Rose and Spice Latte is a floral, warmly spiced botanical latte, and it's crafted to support evening relaxation and intentional wind down. So after this show, you know what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be relaxing and I'm going to be winding down, especially after having my Royal Rose and Spice Latte. It's inspired by ancient herbal traditions and refined for modern living. This caffeine-free blend invites you to slow the body, quiet the mind, and settle into rest. So it's delicate roses that take the center stage. Long treasured for its heart comforting and calming qualities, gently balanced with warming cinnamon, cardamom, and nutmeg. A touch of vanilla rounds out the blend, creating a smooth cafe-style experience that feels both nurturing and indulgent, and it really is indulgent. Designed as a powdered dry mix. So the ingredients are powdered ingredients. Royal Rose and Spice Latte blends effortlessly into warm milk or plant milk, which I'm having it tonight with an oat milk, with no steeping or straining required. Simply whisk. I used my little whisker, my whisk, matter of fact, my whisk right here, and got it really nice and frothy. And oh my goodness, it's so delicious. So you simply whisk, sweeten if desired. And of course, I used a little drizzle of honey, and enjoy a moment of sacred calm at the day's end. It is delicious, Sister Adina. It really is. It really is. I can't wait. I can't wait for you all to try this. I really can't. If you are a latte person, this is it. So this is why you will love it. Number one is caffeine-free and sugar-free, unless you add honey or some other, I recommend not using a milk that is already flavored. You'll just want to get plain milk, because this way you really get to taste all of the ingredients without it being masked with whatever flavoring the other milk has. It's smooth and it has a smooth, creamy latte texture. It has soft floral notes with gentle, warming spices. It's ideal for evening relaxation and self-care rituals. And it's crafted in, of course, small batches with premium botanicals. Once again, everything is all organic. Although it is powdered, it's all organic powders that I've used. So how do you enjoy this? You warm 8 to 10 ounces of milk or plant-based milk. Whisk 1 teaspoon of the Royal Rose and Spice Latte until fully blended, and sweeten to taste, and enjoy warm, preferably in the evening. So it's really a Shebrew royal tea experience. Royal Rose and Spice Latte is more than a drink. It's an invitation to pause, exhale, and honor the body through gentle nourishment. So you can pair it with your evening wind down routine, journaling, prayer, or quiet reflection. But like I said, this is, it's magnifico, if there's such a word. Delicioso. Very, very delicious. So let's talk about the spices that are in here. I used the Ceylon cinnamon, which is often called true cinnamon. So Ceylon cinnamon is gently warming and soothing. It's traditionally used to support healthy digestion, promote circulation and warmth in the body. It helps to balance blood sugar when used as part of a healthy lifestyle, and it adds a natural sweetness without sugar. Then there's cardamom. Cardamom is aromatic, it's grounding, and deeply comforting. It's traditionally used to ease digestive discomfort, such as bloating or gas, supports respiratory comfort, refreshes the breath, and supports oral wellness, promotes mental clarity and calm. Then there's nutmeg, which is warming and subtly sedative in nature when used in small amounts. It's traditionally used to encourage relaxation and restfulness, supports digestive ease as well, promotes a sense of calm in the evening. It complements sleep supportive routines. Then there's ginger. Ginger brings gentle heat and balance to floral blends. It's traditionally used to support digestion and nutrient absorption, promotes circulation and warmth, eases occasional nausea, and balancing cooling herbs and flowers like rose. So why do these spices work so well together? When combined, these spices create a warming yet calming effect. Supports digestion in the evening without stimulation. They balance the delicate floral nature of the rose and helps the body to transition from activity to rest, which is what we need when we are winding down at night, right? In the evenings. So this synergy makes Royal Rose and Spice Latte ideal as a nighttime or wind down beverage, especially after meals or before bedtime rituals. So yes, this is my newest concoction and I'm loving it. It's really good. And like I said, I only put a little bit of honey in there, so it just has a slight sweetness, but yum. Sister Adina said, what were the ingredients before the nutmeg? The ingredient before the nutmeg, which one was that I mentioned before the nutmeg? Cardamom. 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 Nutmeg and then ginger. Mm-hmm. So remember, sisters, before consuming any herbal teas or supplements, please be sure to check with your healthcare provider or pharmacist to avoid potential interactions with medications or health conditions, and if you are pregnant or nursing. And this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure or prevent any disease. You're most welcome, sis. Ayan the bar. You are welcome. So, sisters, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are back and we are ready to jump right in. And once again, don't forget to follow us if you are on Instagram. We are at Shebrew Royalty LLC. Shebrew Royalty LLC on Instagram. So, sisters, it's really great to be back. As you all know, I took a break last week just to rejuvenate. And I hope that you all did the same. Did you all take advantage of our break last week? What did you all do last Sunday when, you weren't here with me? What did you all do? What did you do when you were not here with me last Sunday evening? Did you all get some well-needed rest? Well, my situation was the previous Thursday, so not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before. That's why, going back to before last Sunday, I decided to do a detox. That previous Thursday, we were just on the heels of our last series, right, where we were talking about the detox. It was a gentle detox that we did during our last series. We were doing the renewal, the strengthening, the immune, everything about immune restoration, and part of that was a gentle detox. However, prior to that, I really was planning on doing a detox. My daughter and my grandchildren, they do this detox once a year. And I kept telling them, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to detox with you. And they did it a few weeks prior, and I still hadn't done it. And so after coming off of the immune restoration series, I said, you know what, this might be the perfect time to do this detox. And so that Thursday I did. I went full force. And I don't know how many of you, have you ever heard of the duck flower detox? If you have, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever heard of the duck flower detox. Talk to me. Well, anyway, that's the detox that I did. And it was quite interesting. Sister Adna says, yes. Have you done it, sis? You've heard of it. Have you done the duck flower detox? Talk to me. Tell me what you thought of it. If you haven't, what did you hear about it? What did you hear about the duck flower detox? Because that's the detox that I did. Sister Jean did it. Oh, she did. Okay, what did she say? Where's Sister Jean? I was hoping she'd be here tonight. Well, I did it, and it was kind of intense. It was kind of intense. It was an intense 8 hours or so, maybe a little bit less than 8 hours. But yes, if anyone wants to know about the duck flower detox, yes, I can say that I did it. While I was going through the detox, I was like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? I will never do this again. I won't ever, ever, ever do this again. But you know what? Looking back, I just may become a little bit more adventurous and do it again. And the reason being is because prior to doing the detox, I was having a lot of stuffy, a lot of nasal congestion. And I knew I didn't have a cold, but I knew it was something that's in, something that I know it wasn't something blooming, because nothing is really blooming right now. Did I cramp just a little bit? The cramping was a little bit, but then I did get a spasm in my back, and I think it was because I was throwing up a lot. There was a lot of emesis. Let me just put it that way. A lot of throwing up. And it was a lot of, I'm just gonna be very blunt with this. It was a lot of mucus. And like I was saying, there was something in the air that was causing me to be so congested. Shalawam says, Shalawam, daughter of Zion. Is that Iha de Zion? Is that Iha? Shalawam says, good to see you. So yeah, I was so congested, but and like I said, it had to have been something in the air. And when I did the detox, it was, oh my goodness, everything was just pouring out. It was just pouring out. And I had been using my neti pot even before the detox. I was using the neti pot to flush my sinuses, my nostrils, and everything. And even after using the neti pot twice a day, I was still having a lot of nasal congestion. And so when I did this detox, for those 7 or 8 hours, everything was just pouring out. And then, of course, the vomiting and, everything else that goes along with the detox. And so by that evening, everything had passed, but I was still so wiped out. I was so wiped out that, I was on Bible study and I fell asleep on my Bible study in the middle of Bible study because my body was so worn out from the detox. And then the next day, Friday, I got up and I was feeling good. I was feeling really good. And, I just was running. And then, of course, Saturday was Shabbat. And I went to Shabbat and, do what I normally do. And by the time I came home on Saturday, because I really didn't take much time to rest after the detox. Just one day, sis. It's a 1 day detox with the duck flower. It's a 1 day, but it's pretty intense. And so when I came back from Shabbat on Saturday, I was just exhausted. I was so exhausted. And I said, there is no way that I can even put two thoughts together to create a show for Sunday. And that's when I said, let me see how I feel on Sunday, but I don't think I'm gonna do a show. And I couldn't. I was just really, really wiped out. So I needed that day to just relax. And so that's what I did. So another thing is, because I know I had just so much inflammation that I also wanted to see how my body would respond to this detox, especially with the issue that I have with my excruciating headaches and my neck pain, that I have these flare-ups. And so I had not seen my chiropractor. I told my chiropractor, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to see, I'm just going to wait and push myself to see how long I can go between my treatments. What was that, sis? Did it only come out of what? No. I just didn't talk about the other part. No, there was a double whammy, sis. It was a double whammy. Yes, it was. It was both. It was both. I was just trying to keep it kind of clean here, but yes, it was both. But the vomiting was more so. Definitely more episodes of the vomiting than the other, for sure. So yeah, so I really wanted to push myself to see how long I could go without having my chiropractic treatment. And honestly, these last few days, I have been really good. The headaches, and now that I'm thinking about it, because my daughter kept asking me, have you noticed any difference? Have you noticed any difference? In the beginning, I didn't notice much of a difference. And I think it was because, like I said, my flare-ups are up and down and up and down. And so I was like, well, maybe I'm just not having a flare-up. But these last few days, I've been really good. And I still have not seen my chiropractor. So it's been probably about 2 months now since I've seen my chiropractor. And normally I will have treatments every 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, I think that detox really helped to eliminate a lot of the inflammation that I was dealing with. So I'll keep you all posted, and I'll let you know. Right now I'm feeling good. I feel good. So that was the duck flower detox review. Enough about that. So let's get started, sisters, because enough about that. That was my experience. That's why you all didn't see me last Sunday. I was really recuperating from that. And like I said, I didn't really take, enough time after the detox to just really rehydrate and just rest my body. I just went full force on Friday doing what I normally do. And then on Saturday, same thing. So yeah, enough said. Shalom again, royal family, and welcome back to Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty, where ancient wisdom meets modern wellness, and we learn how to care for our body as the sacred temple that it is. I'm so grateful and blessed to have you all back here with me today. I'm so happy to be back. Sister Paula says, I'm so glad you're okay. Praise, you're doing fine. You ain't going back. You ain't gonna have to, the Most High, take care of his daughter of Zion. Khan says, yes, he is. Praise the Most High. Yes, the Most High gets the credit all the time. All the time. Praise AHAYAH. So yes, I am so glad to be back. So tonight's episode is the first in a series that's titled Nature's First Aid Kit, Basic Herbal Remedies for Emergencies. So before we go any further, let me be very clear. Herbal remedies are not a replacement for emergency medical care. So if a situation is life-threatening, always seek professional help. But what we can do, what our forefathers and foremothers did so well, is learn how to stabilize, soothe, protect, and support the body until help arrives, or for minor emergencies when conventional supplies aren't immediately available. So this is what we are talking about tonight and in the upcoming weeks as well. This series is about empowerment, preparedness, and wisdom, not fear. So sisters, have you ever considered what you would do if help wasn't immediately available? Have you ever thought about that? And I know a lot of you have, and I know a lot of you are capable of handling emergencies. This is going to be a refresher for some of you, and for some, it may be the first time that you're hearing a lot of these things. So I hope that I'm not being redundant, but stick with me, and I think we all can learn something from this series. So in this empowering series, Nature's First Aid Kit, we explore basic herbal remedies and ancestral wisdom that can support the body during minor emergencies and unexpected situations, from cuts and burns to digestive distress, insect bites, and even moments of shock. This series is not about replacing modern medicine. It's about preparedness, discernment, and reclaiming practical knowledge our ancestors, our forefathers, our foremothers relied on to stabilize and support the body until proper care was available. So we are steadily approaching a time, as we well know, in which the reality is help may never more be available for some of us. That time is not now, but we must prepare for it if and when that time comes. And I would say not if, but when that time comes, if we're being honest. So in this series, you'll learn what a nature-based first aid kit really is, common herbs used for emergency support, how plants like plantain, yarrow, aloe, ginger, turmeric, lavender, and others have been traditionally used. Why calming the nervous system matters during emergencies, because you can't have people freaking out during an emergency while you're trying to treat them. So it's important that we know how to calm the nervous system as well. And also how to begin building a simple, intentional herbal first aid kit for your home. Every single one of us should have one of these kits at home. So this content is for educational purposes only and not as a substitute for professional medical care. Always seek emergency medical attention when necessary. So if you value holistic wellness, ancestral knowledge, and caring for the body as a sacred temple, this series is for you. So let's first talk about what is a nature-based first aid kit. Because when we think of first aid, we usually imagine bandages, antiseptic wipes, and gloves. But long before modern medicine, people relied on plants that grow in the earth. Plants with antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and wound healing properties. So a nature-based first aid kit focuses on herbs that are easy to recognize, relatively safe, multi-purpose, and useful in common emergencies. So think about cuts, burns, insect bites, digestive distress, inflammation, and once again, shock support. So here are some of the core emergency herbs that everyone should know. Number one is turmeric. Turmeric is nature's anti-inflammatory and a pain reliever. You may want to take notes of these herbs, but even if you don't, you can come back and watch this video. And like I said, this is a series, so we're not going to focus on all of these herbs tonight, but I'm just giving you a list right now of some of the herbs that we will be going over during this series. So number one, once again, turmeric, nature's anti-inflammatory and pain reliever. Number two, plantain. Yes, plantain leaf. We're not talking about bananas. And hopefully you've seen the plantains. I know being from the islands, we had plantains all the time. I never knew that the leaf of the plantain could be used as nature's bandage. It's actually nature's bandage. Did you know that? And then number three, yarrow. Yarrow is nature's blood stopper. Number four, aloe vera. Nature's first aid for dry skin, hemorrhoids, burns, wounds, and so much more. Number five, peppermint. Nature's remedy for nausea, headaches, constipation, and even more than that. Number six, frankincense. Did you know that frankincense is nature's anti-arthritic? So it helps with arthritic pain. It's an analgesic, which is for pain relief. It's antimicrobial, so it helps to kill microbes and more. Number seven, lavender, nature's anxiolytic. So this is where we're talking about for anxiety, to relieve anxiety. That's lavender. And then number eight, ginger. Well, there's more. Ginger, activated charcoal, chamomile, lemon balm, and others. These are some of the herbs that we will be talking about in the upcoming weeks. I would say probably in 2 to 3 weeks. So the purpose of this series is by the end of the series, we would have built our very own simple first aid kit with a few herbs, tinctures, poultices, and tonics that we can have available in the home to utilize in case of emergencies. Not only to have them, but to know in what circumstances they should be used and how to store them, and also how to properly use them. Preparedness is not paranoia, it's wisdom. So it's important that we not only have this kit, but we have to know how to use these products that we're going to create or purchase to keep in this kit. So tonight we're going to start with our first natural first aid kit remedy. This is remedy number one. Remedy number one is turmeric. Turmeric is natural first aid treatment for inflammation, pain, fever, and so much more. So curcumin is a powerful anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal. Did you know that? It treats inflammation. It's an antioxidant. It's an antiviral, treats viruses. It's antibacterial, it kills bacteria. And it's an antifungal, it kills fungus. So let's hear about turmeric. And I'm going to bring this article up. And this article is by the Epic Times, Epic Health Publications, fair use. And let's get this article on the screen. So here we go. Turmeric is the natural first aid treatment for inflammation, pain, fever, and more. And I am going to let this article, it's going to read. It's going to read for me, okay? It's going to read. So it says this is part 1 of the Herbal First Aid Kit. So it says here in this series, we look at natural alternatives to modern first aid kits, which usually consist of medications made from synthetic chemicals. If you are looking for natural solutions for acute conditions, these herbs are safe, effective, and easily available. So I'm going to let it read.
Herbal First Aid Kit. Treat acute injuries with natural medicine. Modern first aid kits usually consist of medications made from synthetic chemicals produced in a laboratory. If you are looking for a more natural solution for acute conditions, you might consider an herbal first aid kit. What is an herbal first aid kit? Instead of using man-made chemicals to address acute injuries or conditions, an herbal first aid kit utilizes herbs and spices, i.e., God's medicine. What to look for in an herbal first aid kit? While there are numerous herbs to choose from, an herbal first aid kit should contain remedies with the following qualities: 100% natural. Effective at addressing most acute conditions, such as cuts, scrapes, bruises, burns, splinters, bee stings, fever, and pain. Easy to transport and administer. Long shelf life. Negligible risk of overdose or negative side effects. In this series, I share the contents of my herbal first aid kit along with how to easily make and use these natural remedies. Herbal first aid kit remedy number 1. Turmeric. The number 1 remedy in my first aid kit is turmeric. I do not leave home without it. Turmeric is a spice that comes from the rhizome of the curcuma longa plant, which is a perennial in the ginger family. The most well-known active ingredient in turmeric is curcumin, which gives turmeric a yellowish color. Curcumin is a powerful anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal. Turmeric has been safely used as both food and medicine for over 5,000 years. Like our ancient ancestors, when I experience a headache, pain, swelling, or fever, instead of reaching for ibuprofen or acetaminophen, I reach for turmeric. While man-made drugs are commonly believed to be more effective than God's medicine, scientific research suggests otherwise. For example, a study published in 2009 concluded that turmeric extracts seem to be similarly efficacious and safe as ibuprofen for the treatment of knee-OA. This finding was confirmed in 2014 when a second study concluded that turmeric is as effective as ibuprofen for the treatment of knee pain and joint stiffness. Importantly, turmeric supplementation resulted in significantly fewer side effects, including less abdominal pain/discomfort, compared with ibuprofen. Additionally, ibuprofen can contain several inactive ingredients that I choose not to consume, such as cornstarch, titanium dioxide, iron oxide yellow, iron oxide red, polysorbate 80, polyethylene glycol, and even white ink. You can avoid those man-made chemicals and still experience relief from headaches, pain, swelling, and fever by making or purchasing turmeric remedies that contain whole ingredients. When to use turmeric. Turmeric has been shown through scientific studies to be useful for the following acute conditions: headache, pain reduction, fever reduction, swelling reduction, insect repellent, relief from itching, faster healing of skin wounds, such as minor cuts, scrapes, and bruises, improved digestion and gas relief, faster recovery from a cough or sore throat, faster recovery from exercise-induced muscle damage. Different forms to choose from. While direct consumption of raw turmeric root is an effective remedy, the root is perishable, rendering it impractical for a first aid kit. Likewise, turmeric tea is an effective remedy. However, it requires warm water and time to steep, which is not ideal when a quick remedy is needed. The best options for a first aid kit include turmeric tincture, poultice, and capsules. I keep all three forms on hand. For skin irritations, I prefer a turmeric poultice. For nearly all other conditions, I prefer a turmeric tincture in my first aid kit. It is potent, easy to make, ready to dispense without any preparation, and easier to administer to my children who are uncomfortable swallowing capsules. In case I run out of tincture, turmeric capsules are my backup. These remedies can be made in your kitchen or purchased pre-made. Below are my favorite recipes along with pre-made options for turmeric tincture, poultice, and capsules along with common dosages. A word on turmeric quality. Not all turmeric is created equal. Some brands of dried turmeric reportedly contain elevated levels of heavy metals. Likewise, some brands of turmeric capsules reportedly contain elevated levels of bacteria and lead. Consequently, when possible, I grow organic turmeric roots and make my own remedies. When purchasing, I prefer products that have been tested for heavy metals, glyphosate, and microbes and not radiated. Turmeric tincture. Tinctures used to intimidate me. I was afraid that if I made them incorrectly, mold would grow or the remedy would be too potent and my family would get sick. Consequently, when I began consuming turmeric tincture, it was purchased from a company I trust. A few months later, I wanted to order more, but the company was out of stock, so I began making my own. I have never ordered it again because making this tincture is so cost-effective and so simple that even my kids can easily make it without my help. My turmeric tincture recipe makes 24 ounces. Ingredients: 1 cup organic fresh turmeric root, shredded. 2 cups ocean vodka. 1 teaspoon organic freshly ground black peppercorn. Supplies: 24-ounce wide-mouth glass jar. 12 2-ounce brown or blue glass bottles with eyedroppers to reduce light exposure. Directions: thoroughly wash and dry glass jar and glass bottles. Gently wash turmeric root under filtered water and shred using a cheese grater or food processor. Place in jar. Add ground peppercorn to jar. Add alcohol to jar. Place lid on tightly. Gently shake. Allow to steep for 6 weeks away from light and heat. A cool cabinet works well. Gently shake every day. After 6 weeks, use a nut milk bag or cheesecloth to strain the mixture over a bowl. Squeeze the solids to release all the liquid. Store liquid in 2-ounce glass bottles. Dispense as needed using eyedropper. Dosage: use as needed. Common dosage is 15 drops, but dosage varies per individual. Place under the tongue for 1 minute before swallowing. Turmeric poultice. Turmeric poultice can be applied directly on the skin for irritations, such as a bite or itching, or to relieve pain, inflammation, and swelling. It is effective, but can temporarily stain the skin, as well as any surface it contacts. My turmeric poultice recipe. To make a poultice using fresh turmeric root, if you have fresh turmeric root available, chew the root until it forms a slurry in your mouth, then apply it to the affected area and cover it with a bandage. Reapply as needed. To make a poultice using turmeric root powder. You can make turmeric root powder, but I purchase it from a company I trust. Dissolve the powder in warm water until it forms a thick Greek yogurt consistency. Apply to the affected area, then cover with a bandage. Reapply as needed. Turmeric capsules. While the tincture is my preference, turmeric capsules are also included in my first aid kit. They provide a backup in the event I run out of tincture, and they are easier to carry on my person. Consequently, I bring capsules while on the move, such as when hiking or biking. You can make turmeric capsules, but the easiest option is to purchase them. I began consuming turmeric capsules by purchasing them from a company I trust. Over time, as my trust in myself grew, I ventured out and began making my own. Once again, I was pleasantly surprised that doing it myself was so easy, cost-effective, and empowering. Whether purchasing or making turmeric capsules, I make sure they include black pepper, which has been reported to increase the absorption and bioavailability of curcumin. My turmeric capsule recipe. Ingredients: 2/3 cup organic turmeric root powder, 2 teaspoons freshly ground organic black pepper, size 00 vegan capsules. Supplies: gloves, glass dish, spoon. Directions: put on gloves to avoid staining your fingers. In glass dish, mix turmeric powder and black pepper until thoroughly combined. Open 1 capsule. Using the larger capsule segment, push the capsule down into the turmeric mixture to fill with powder. Repeat until the powder feels compact, i.e., when no more powder can be pushed into the capsule. Slide on the shorter segment until secure. Store in glass jar away from heat and sunlight. Dosage: use as needed. Common dosage is 1 to 2 capsules, but dosage varies per individual. According to the World Health Organization, the acceptable daily intake of curcuminoids as a food additive is 0 to 3 mg per kilogram, which is roughly equivalent to 46 mg turmeric per pound body weight. If possible, consume turmeric with fat. Contraindications: turmeric is a natural blood thinner, therefore, do not consume turmeric if suffering from a wound that involves blood loss. Consult with a healthcare provider before consuming turmeric if you are taking a blood thinner or immunosuppressive drug, have gallbladder disease, diabetes, iron deficiency, blood clotting disorders, gastroesophageal reflux disease, endometriosis, receiving chemotherapy, or if pregnant or nursing.
All right. That is the story of turmeric. How many of you knew that turmeric could be used for all of these scenarios? Shalawam, Sister Phyllis. Shalawam, welcome. Welcome in. Shalawam. Who knew that about turmeric? And how did any of you know how to make the capsules, the tinctures, or the poultices? How many of you knew how to do that? How many of you have been doing that with turmeric? Talk to me. I use turmeric a lot. I use turmeric in my food, teas, and as a matter of fact, this is my little turmeric from doTERRA, the essential oil, and this is the therapeutic form of the turmeric from doTERRA. And I am telling you, just one drop in water, in even like a size like this of water, and I'm telling you, this stuff is so potent. It is so good. So definitely something like this to put in your first aid kit. So if you know of someone that is a distributor, we have a sister in our church here that is a distributor for doTERRA, and that's where I got my turmeric essential oil. And yeah, definitely purchase one of those and get that in your first aid kit, because I'm telling you, a little goes a long way. I've had this for probably a year now, or close to a year. It's 15 mLs, and just one drop. And I use it for headaches and pain. Yeah, so that's an option. Or if you're adventurous and you want to make your own tinctures, that's amazing too. I think I'm definitely going to try that, and making the capsules as well. That's on my list of things to do. So what about you all? Do you plan to make any of the forms that we talked about? Do you plan to try the tincture, the capsules? What do you all think of that? Did you want the recipes? Did any of you want the recipe? Matter of fact, let me put the link. I'm hoping that you all are able to open this. I'm hoping that you're able to open this link, because I do subscribe to, I have a subscription with the Epic Times. So I'm hoping that you will be able to open that link, so that if you want the recipes, they're right there. But if you're having any issues with that and you want the recipes, please reach out to me and I can send you the recipes if you're not able to open the link there. Sister Paula says, I was doing it every day and I stopped, but I'm going to continue. Very powerful. The Most High knew I needed to hear that. All praises to the Most High. Yes, I love turmeric. I like I said, I put it in my food. I cook a lot with turmeric, and I drink some turmeric and ginger. Oh my goodness, that power boost that I make with the turmeric and ginger. But always remember to use black pepper as well. Okay, when you use turmeric, because it like it was mentioned, it helps with the bioavailability, helps the body to be able to absorb that the turmeric much better with the black pepper. So now that we are aware of all the magnificent benefits of turmeric and the different forms that they can be found in, or made into, or purchased, I mean, what is your choice? What choice do you have? Do you plan to get the tincture, the capsules, the poultice? I think all three, because you know, you never know. You never know. It wouldn't hurt to have all three. And with the poultice, what you would need is the powder. You would need the powder to make the poultice, because like it says, the root, eventually, I mean, dragging roots around in putting it in your first aid kit is not going to work. So have the powder just in case you need to make that poultice with some water. Have the tincture, and also the capsules, because they're all so easy to make. I wonder why the black pepper helps herbs to work much better. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the heat that it brings. And with heat, usually there's a lot of blood flow that goes to that area. So I think that could be it, because of the blood flow that is brought to that area because of the heat. And that will help to distribute whatever it's carrying into the bloodstream much faster. So that's my guess, just based on what the black pepper does and how the body would react to it. Yeah. So I would suggest that this week you purchase a small container, which is what I plan to do, because I have my regular first aid kit. As you all know, you all have seen me with my big bag, my first aid bag. Matter of fact, I have two, because it's just so much stuff that I have in my first aid bag. But like we said earlier, that first aid bag has the bandages, it has, stethoscope, it has insect bite stuff, the regular stuff. But now my goal is to have a natural or nature's first aid kit as well, with as many stuff in there as I have in my regular first aid kit, because my preference would be to use the natural products, of course. So as we walk through the process of building our first aid kit in the upcoming weeks, you will be able to, one item at a time, prepare for the unexpected. So for this week, I would recommend just getting, maybe from the 99-cent store or something like that, a little plastic container. And this week, working on getting some turmeric to put in there. Just focus on turmeric this week, whether it's the powder, the tincture, or if you, like I said, feel adventurous and you want to make your capsules, this will be the perfect time to do that. Or you may just want to order, something from doTERRA or someplace else that sells the essential oil or sells tinctures. So along with the herbs, the tinctures, the capsules, the salves, the poultices, etc., be sure to have other accessories such as cotton balls, such as Q-tips, tape, gauze, and rolls, especially if you plan to make a poultice, right? You're going to need a bandage, something to put the paste on and put it on the body part. And then you'll need something to secure it on there, whether it's a wrap or some tape or something like that. All right, so get started this week on building your nature's first aid kit. That's my goal for this week as well. And here's another reminder. We have access to so many resources through our church, our community, other sisters and brothers that are creating and marketing herbal and nutritional products. We have such a huge community where we can get this stuff from. So please visit their websites and start stocking up on the supplies that you and your family need. We really need to start taking this seriously. Right? Because we are going into some very, very, very strange times. So this is a great time to start preparing. Also, if you are taking medications for any chronic illnesses, high blood pressure, diabetes, whatever it may be, thyroid problems, whatever you're dealing with, now is a time to incorporate a naturopath, a holistic practitioner, integrative health practitioner, and herbalist as a member of your treatment team. Now is the perfect time to do that, because at some point, if you can, and I want to make this very clear, working with your primary care doctor that you have right now and bringing your naturopathic doctor on board, working on, if possible, transitioning from medications to natural remedies, if possible. But talk to your primary care doctor about that and let them know that you're bringing a naturopath on board to help you manage whatever the condition may be. And this way you will have a smooth transition from the medications to the natural remedies. Sister Adana says you use the black pepper with the turmeric for the poultice. I don't think it's necessary with the poultice. I don't think that's necessary with the poultice, sis. But if you are consuming it, it's necessary. So even if you're not dealing with any chronic illnesses, it's time to really start seeking advice from an herbalist or a naturopath to get them on board, get them on your team. Conscious, all praises. It is time. So we know that our foreparents, they were not reckless. They were observant, they were intentional, and they were deeply connected to the natural world. We know that about them. I remember my mother was, oh my goodness, my mother grew everything in that backyard. And she knew every herb for every situation, every condition. And she knew how to use them. So we rarely went to see a doctor. We really saw doctors. I don't know how I ended up in the field that I ended up in, coming from a home that we did so, I mean, it was practically all herbal remedies. That whether we were drinking it, whether we were putting the aloe vera on our cuts and scrapes and rashes, or, you know, being put in a bathtub with all types of green grass. It looked like grass. These herbs, and you are in the bathtub, this warm tub with all of these herbs, and if you had a cold or whatever it may be, and you come out, you dry off, and then you're wrapped up in a sheet, and you have Vicks all, I mean, your Vicks is just slathered all over you, and then by the time you go to sleep and wake up the next morning, you're fine. You're fine without one antibiotic. Yeah, that's how it was done back then. So they knew, like I said, they were deeply connected to the natural world. And so learning basic herbal emergency care is not about rejecting modern medicine. It's about restoring balance and remembering that the Most High placed healing in the earth for a reason. Because he knew that we would get to a time where we're definitely going to have to come back to that, right? We have to come back to it. We shouldn't have never left it in the first place. But I'm so glad that we are coming back to the beginning. So if this episode blessed you, please share it with someone who values preparedness and wellness. So let's talk to me, sisters. How many of you, can you try opening? Some of you try opening that link that I posted, and let me know if you're able to access the article. Are you able to access that article? Talk to me. Because if you're not and you want, yes, you're able to, Sister Adana. Okay, awesome. Awesome. All praises. Very good. If any of you have any issues with opening that article, please just reach out to me and I can send you whatever recipe it is that you want. So, my beautiful sisters, let's talk about next week's show topic. Next week, we will be exploring Natural First Aid Kit Remedies number 2 and number 3. So number 2 is the plantain leaf, nature's bandage. And number 3 is yarrow, nature's blood stopper. So those are the 2 herbs that we are going to be talking about next week, how to use them and what exactly we would be using them for. And so yes, that's next week's show. So once again, your homework this week is to get that little container that you are going to start compiling your nature's first aid kit products and putting them in there. Althea says, Sister Althea says, I was able to open it. Thanks. You're welcome. You are most welcome, my sister. All praises. Yay. So who's ready? Who's ready to get started on your first aid kit? Who's excited? Talk to me. Are y'all excited about this? Yeah, we got to prepare. We got to prepare. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? So let's talk about Passover. Who's ready for the Passover celebration? Who is ready for our Passover celebration? There's just so much to do. Oh my goodness. You all, oh my goodness. This year is really, wow. There's so much more for me to do this year. The previous Passovers, there was a lot to do, but this year it's even more so. Why? Because Shebrew royalty will be vending. I will have a vendor's table at the upcoming Passover celebration. Yay! Yay for Shebrew royalty. This will be our very first time, having a table at Passover. So please be sure to stop by and say hi and support us. Support us. I can't wait to see you all. Can't wait to see you all, especially since we're all coming together from the four corners here. We're coming together from the four corners. So please look us up and come and find us at the Passover celebration on the day of vending. So much work is required to prepare for this event. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. This, like I said, this will be our very first time vending at the Passover or at any event for that matter of this size, of this magnitude. So also, yours truly, right here, I am doing all of the work. I am making all my products, of course, the decorating, the designing, everything in preparation for this event. Plus, of course, my personal stuff, having to get my clothes ready, the car ready, everything. I am doing it all with the help of the Most High. He's getting me through this because I'm telling you, it's a lot. It is a lot. So all praises to the Most High for his, for his strength, because woohoo. Sister Donna said, woohoo, sis Khan. It's exciting. It's exciting, but it's also, wow. Like I said, it's a lot. So if you happen to, if we happen to run out of your favorite temple treasures or Hebrew royalty or your royalty item, please be understanding and know that you can place an order while you're there. And shortly after the Passover celebration, your order will be handcrafted and shipped off to you with love and care. So if you happen to come and there's something that you want and I ran out or I don't have it, please be patient with me. Because like I said, I'm making all of these products on my own. And I'm going to put the same amount of dedication and care into making them for this event as I do when I get one single order, right? Because the quality is what matters to me. I am definitely not going to slack up when it comes to the quality. So also, you're going to like this. We will be featuring 2 brand new products at the Passover, and there will be only a very limited supply. Only a very limited supply. So you'll want to be one of the first to get to our table if you want to see these 2 new products and if you want to experience these 2 new products that we'll be featuring. I promise you will not be disappointed. You're not going to be disappointed. You are going to love these 2 new products that I will be presenting at the Passover. All right, so that's it about the Passover. So this channel is not monetized, but if you find the information that is presented on this channel to be useful and valuable to you, please feel free to give a donation to the cause. Nothing is too small or large. Shebrew Royalty LLC and Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty are labors of love and appreciation. And what I present on this channel and create and offer on ShebrewRoyalty.com comes from a place of love, care, and appreciation for each and every one of you and myself, and most importantly, the Most High, AHAYAH, because He is the one that has afforded me the ability to do what I do. And I don't take that for granted. So we appreciate any gift that the Most High puts on your heart to donate. Donations may be sent to $Shebrew Royalty on Cash App. Please be sure to specify donation as a purpose for the transaction. So thank you, Thawada, in advance for your generosity. But I always say the best way to support us is by visiting ShebrewRoyalty.com and purchasing one of our all organic skincare products from either our Temple Treasures collection, which is made for the queens, or from our Hebrew Royalty collection, specifically crafted for the kings. And don't forget our royalties collection as well. So if you haven't experienced our products, please check out our review page on ShebrewRoyalty.com and check out what the customers are saying. And if you have experienced Shebrew Royalty Temple Treasures or Hebrew Royalty products or our royalties, and you haven't already written a review, please do so. Please do so. Please write a review. It's important for us. It's important for me to have these reviews, even if it's something that you think that we need to improve on. Please, please, please. These reviews really help. Thank you so much. As my soul prospers, Sister Diane says, oh, I'm going to get whatever one of those products are. Most High willing. Ooh. I dig limited exclusive offers. Yee. You're seriously gonna love it, sis. I'm telling you, you're seriously going to love it. And I already do. I already love it. And so love them, because there's more than one. So yeah, be one of the first at our table and you'll get, because they're going to go fast. I'm telling you, they're going to go fast. I'm just saying. So don't forget to check us out at the Passover celebration in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So let's talk about what's coming after Passover. Oh my gosh, there's just so much going on. We have just got so much going on, don't we? We are just, man, we are definitely the salt of the earth because we are everywhere. We are sprinkling here, sprinkling there. We're all over the place. Spreading cheer, spreading love, spreading the Most High's word. Yes, that's what we are doing. So after Passover, then we have to start preparing. That's why I haven't been doing much about what's coming up, the Virtue Women's Conference and Royal Tea Party, because there's so much that I'm having to put into the preparation for the Passover. First it was Purim, now Passover. And so I really haven't had much time to focus on the conference. So when I come back from Passover, know that I am going full force with getting everything ready for the Virtue Women's Conference and Royal Tea Party, which is scheduled for June 5th, 6th, and 7th. I've got to remember these dates. Oh my goodness. So this will be our third Shebrew Royal Tea Party, but the first time where it's combined with a conference. So this is new and it's so exciting. So I want you all to go to ShebrewRoyalty.com and go to the conference webpage, right? So let's talk about what you can expect if the Most High allows. So this is the Virtue Women's Conference and Royal Tea Party hosted by Shebrew Royalty LLC. And the purpose is to inspire, uplift, and encourage women and girls with a special focus on those outside of our congregation. Attendees will be women, mothers, girls, ages 5 and up. It's a 3-day event consisting of Friday morning to that afternoon, workshops on women's health and wellness, finances, business etiquette, home economics, also age-appropriate activities for young girls. Like I said, the date, June 5th through the 7th, 2026. The location is Olympia Hills Golf Course and Event Center at 12900 Mount Olympus in Universal City, Texas. For those that will be traveling from out of town, we do have a hotel that we are working on to give us group rate discounts. So please note that this event is hosted by Shebrew Royalty LLC and is not affiliated with any other organization or church. It is open to all women and girls ages 5 and above that are interested in attending this regal royal affair. 5 to 17-year-olds must be accompanied by an adult. So for more information, please stay tuned. I am going to bring that up on the screen just because it's been a while since I have done this. So let's go right here to Virtue Women's Tea Party right here. So this is where you would come, and I'm going to copy this link and just put it in the comment box. This is where you'll come to get all of the updates. If you have any questions, click on this link, send us a message to get more information. This will tell you what to expect. Here we go. So Friday, workshops and sisterhood connections, full day of engaging workshops designed to uplift and inspire women, mothers, young daughters, and teens, and girls as well, little girls 5 and up. Explore topics that nurture virtue, wisdom, wellness, femininity, and emotional wholeness. Here we go. Choose a series that speaks to your journey. And then Saturday, Sabbath and self-care morning and afternoon. Evening, sip, paint, and pizza. So in the morning is open for breakfast and observance of the Shabbat. For those that do not observe the Shabbat, this is an opportunity for them to explore the San Antonio River Walk or engage in self-care spa day or indulge in breakfast, brunch, or a movie or other activity based on their interest. And then in the afternoon and evening, we're going to enjoy an evening with paint, sip, and pizza, where we're going to be painting, sipping whatever you bring to sip on. For some, it may be tea, it may be a latte, maybe wine, and we're going to paint. And then Sunday, this is the Royal Tea Party and Keynote Experience. So this is our signature event. Enjoy an elegant tea party set in royal purple and gold as we fellowship, sip, dine, and experience our powerful keynote message. Crowned with wisdom, clothed in virtue. That's the keynote message. A beautiful program of inspiration, entertainment, and sisterhood awaits. And we're going to have entertainment. Yes, we are. While the women enjoy tea time, TEA time, husbands and sons are invited to TEE time at the Olympia Hills Golf Course. So like I said, we have a special deal for the men that want to go golfing while we're inside having our tea party. Doesn't that sound amazing? Doesn't that sound amazing, sisters? So stay connected. More details are coming soon. Like I said, allow me time to get past the Passover. And most high willing, I'm coming back and I'm going full force into this. So June 5th through the 7th, 2026, mark your calendars if you haven't already done so. Here we go. Who's excited? Who is excited about this Royal Tea Party and conference? There we go. There's the link. So what do you all think thus far? Yeah, we're almost there. One more thing. Sister Adnan says, I am, all praises, sis. I am glad that you are. Let's, and I always like to show a little bit of what we've done in the past. Here's a quick video. I am going to remove myself from the screen for a second. That was so amazing. Oh my goodness. Con, that was Sister Ashley. That was Sister Ashley. Con. It was. All praises to the Most High. So yes, we had a most fabulous hat and the most creative head wrap contest. We had a teacup and teacup set gift exchange. It was just so much fun. So yes, this time it's even going to be even more fun. It is going to be more fabulous. Each year, we're just going to build on this. So I hope that you all are ready because June is going to be here before we know it. I can hardly contain myself. So that's what we've got planned, sisters. We've got a full year, planned. Most High willing, this is how we're going to roll this year. This is how we're going to roll. So, sisters, in closing, I say, let us continue to grow this channel so that information can reach Shebrews throughout the four corners of the earth, and even those that are not Shebrews but are willing to be a part of our community. We are to let our light shine so that others can be led to the source of the light. Thank you all so much for your continued love and support. I love you all and always appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedules to have tea and conversation with me. Tonight it was latte. It's a cold latte now, but nevertheless, it's still delicious. The water. Thank you so much for your love and for your support. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So if this episode spoke to your heart, share it with another woman who may be silently carrying too much, another woman who wants to connect with us, to partake in all of the fun stuff that we do. Please share. Know that I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us. So until the Most High brings us back together, may you prosper and be in excellent health. And remember, true healing begins inwardly before it is expressed outwardly. Sister Althea says, have a good night and a wonderful rest of your week ahead. You as well, sis. You as well. Love you. So, beloved, I thank you for joining me for another healing moment on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. And remember, healing requires preparedness, and preparedness is not paranoia. It is wisdom. I'm your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, a voice of reasoning and justice. And as always, honor your body, care for your temple, and walk in wisdom. This is Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. Shalom and many blessings. Good night, sisters. Shalawam, shalawam, shalawam. Love you too, sis. Have a blessed week, everyone. AHAYAH. Love y'all. Good night. Have a blessed week. Most High willing, I will see you all next week. Same tea time, same tea channel. Shalawam.